Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, Alex Smith on his third NFL team, the Washington Redskins, face off against Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Washington Redskins. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Redskins, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first pick of the second round back in 2001, and that's the veteran Drew Brees.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Brees now on first down. On target over the middle to Hill. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And a look now at the offense for New Orleans.
And we'll see the second half of their dynamic duo in the backfield, and that's Alvin Kamara, who in 2017, the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. How about this? Over 1,500 total yards and 13 total touchdowns in a debut performance. Expect more of the same and probably a little bit extra.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Well, you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Ingram again, a first down carry. Room to run past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Ready. Yellow lady. Ready for set.
Now Brees. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Breeze now on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady.
Shotgun now for Breeze. That's caught by Meredith right side. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately.
And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Mark Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Lutz now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the #1 overall selection back in 2005 out of the University of Utah. It's Alex Smith.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And he fends him off. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And a quick look at Washington's offense.
Former fourth-round pick out of Duke is Jamison Crowder. Now, he doesn't grab a lot of headlines, but he's been quietly dependable for his first 3 years in the league. Shifty, excellent route runner from the slot position, finds his way open, and catches the football. Yeah, he's dependable. Quarterbacks love to throw to him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Smith. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This is the first carry for Rob Kelly. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. A look now at the defensive starters for the Saints. In that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. This is Kelly. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
We're waiting.
So after the INT, it's Brees. He dumps it down to Ingram. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, 4 down. Ready, united. Check, 53's right. Check, 53's right. Ready for touch.
Working from the gun, it's Brees. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Breeze going to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And now a look at the Washington defense.
At corner is Josh Norman. I would think he'd want to quibble a little bit. Actually, you know, Josh, we have a full discussion with the metrics people who say that maybe he's not the elite lockdown corner he thinks he is. He would say, ask all the receivers in the NFC East. They would think differently because a day against Josh Norman is a very difficult day for any receiver.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, it's Breeze. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
4 down, 4 down. Ready. Yellow lady. 21, 21.
Breeze to throw again. Finds his man. Watson over the middle. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while. I believe he went to Hutchinson Junior College before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
3 down. Ready. 90. Play set. Ready, play set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep here, Jamison Crowder. And before the punt, time is going to run out on this first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll head back to New Orleans after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Now the veteran punter for the Saints, Thomas Morstead, on to punt on 4th down. Back deep for the Redskins, Jamison Crowder. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one caught by Crowder. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, here's Smith. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tressway to punt it away. Back deep, the veteran Ted Ginn. Taking it about the 16. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here. 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Room here to run. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Redskins offense now. They get set to take over here. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
After the interception, here's Smith. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him up.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. There's Rob Kelly now as he and the offense head back out. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Fresh off the pick six, it's Smith. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll hand it off to Kelly. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Demario Davis there on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, This is going to be the result every time.
Here's Tressway now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Gears up to help lead this offense back out there. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Ingram. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's third down.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. Third and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Here we go.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Hey, ready? You ready?
In his own end zone, it's Breeze. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he's only able to get it to right around the 3. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Now it's Crowder. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And his throw is incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
The Redskins on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. Completes it right side to Dodson. And he showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now it'll be 4th and short.
Here's Tressway now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He only has a single solo carry, 1. Numero uno. Second quarter, they need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only 1 carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out.
Ready. Little lady.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Gets it to Meredith complete. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On second down, Kamara. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
First down, Breeze. Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Four down. Ready. You ready?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
12. Waiting, yellow, waiting. Waiting, push up.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Ready. Yellow, waiting. Check. 21. 53, check, 53.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
4 down.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And he's good. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
Here we go.
On second down, here's Breeze. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Lutz's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, where it was the visiting Titans who were able to walk away with the road victory. Marcus Mariota, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Sam Bradford, 2 touchdown passes as his guys remain unbeaten. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game, it was the right arm of Drew Brees that led the way in the first half. His guys have the lead on the road in the Big Easy as we get you back over to the Superdome and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here's Smith now on second down. Crowder's got it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Redskin first down as Smith hits Crowder.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Okafor in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Two.
Breeze now on first down. Flush to his right. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
This is Ingram on first and 10. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
You're good. Mike 4, ready. You ready?
A play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. He got 29 yards that time.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. He'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
To throw is Breeze. The quick slant caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd and goal.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
90. Check. 53-5. Check. 53-5.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another 2nd and goal.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run. Ingram. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Lutz puts this one through. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Yeah, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. So out now come the Redskins. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Smith on 1st down. They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On the run, it's Kelly. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for Kelly. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for
it. Here's Tressway now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. A little juke. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Sammy, Sammy. 53, Mike. I got it.
Now Breeze. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And down he'll go at the 25. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Ready. We're waiting. Okay. 12. Exit.
Now Breeze. Incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass in. Complete. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
3 down. Ready. Yellow lady. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Where's that? Ready, my son.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And some room to run now. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th.
Three down. Hey, check. Get ready. Move 90. 5-5. He's coming. You got double up.
Right back to him on the first down. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
breeze, throwing on second down. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to send this one deep right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Lutz to try to add the PAT. Lutz with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Redskins now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if something there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Setting up the screen to Kelly. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 9. Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's Richardson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Redskin first down. Richardson on the reception from Smith.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Smith now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Smith throwing again. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out. If if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game, throwing the football so far, nothing going right offensively. The Redskins on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Smith. Jackson with a grab over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And not what. Open for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Ready? We're waiting. 0-2, 0-2. Check tight, check tight.
Brees hands to Ingram. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Third and long now after the sack of Brees, and the Saints up against it here.
Hey, you got the ready. Yellow weighty.
Brees gives it up to Ingram, and he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Slips past him.
Where'd he go?
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
I said fine, 80. Mike 51. Mike 51.
Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Smith. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Set fine, 80.
On first down, it's Smith. Completes it right side to Dodson. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Dodson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will shave one more off this lead. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team Expecting an onside kick. 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now it's the backup Bridgewater. Rolling to his right. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
First down, Bridgewater. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Ted Ginn, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic. But usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Lutz good on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And this will be a dump off for Keller. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Hey, we got 3 inside. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Out of the gun, Smith. And Reed with it over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Redskins on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Smith. He's got his man. This is Dodson. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. Smith finding Dodson that time for a Washington first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. That'll be caught right side by Reed. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Smith throwing again. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Well, that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Smith will bring his guys up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Again, Smith. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. To the air again, Smith. Crowder's got it over the middle. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Smith will bring his guys up 1st and 10, and he's hit on his last 7 straight passes. Smith operating from the gun. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. On first down, Smith. Out to the left here to Reed. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Single.
One last throw here for Smith. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
But we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for New Orleans, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.